to be around you. I tell people all the time, it's important to have these kinds of characteristics. Listen carefully. You must have people who have great character. You must be clear about that. You cannot have people around you with hidden agendas. I don't need people around me smiling in my face, but all along trying to take my place. I need people around me who I can trust. Once I have character, I must also have competence. I cannot downgrade my vision to accommodate incompetent people. I must have the best of the best, the sharpest of the sharpest. If I am not intimidated by your greatness, I need greatness in the room around me. I need people who think at another level. I am bored by people who are stagnant and apathetic. I am irritated and nauseated by people who don't want nothing, don't want nobody else to have nothing. And you can't be big if little got you. When I have people of great competence around me, then I must also have people who keep my cadence. You see, my cadence means that I move at a certain rhythm. There is a rhythm in which I move. I don't have time for you to catch up with me. I need you to be ahead of me. I need you to be on my side. I don't have time to wonder whether or not you're going to show up. I need people who keep my cadence, because if you keep my cadence, it means that you have also the right capacity. Can you go where I am going? Can you go where God is taking me? One of the critical lessons of leadership is to discern this, is that everybody in your crowd is not in your corner. And you must understand that. You must understand what it means to, in certain seasons of your life, there will be different shifts and there will be things that will happen. And you must understand as you go through different shifts of leadership and you move, you will discover in this metamorphic process that you will discover that there are certain people that will inevitably fall off. Now let's be very clear. There are some of you right now that have frustrated relationships, right? Because there are people who used to be close with you and now they're not. And now you are concerned about that because you're trying to figure out what happened. You perhaps think you did something to offend them, and you're thinking that perhaps something might have happened you're unaware of, but the reality is you've done nothing. This is of God. God has literally frustrated the relationship because there are some people in your life now who can only tolerate your right now. They don't have the capacity to handle your not yet. And so what has to happen? There has to be a severing in certain relationships, because you need the kind of people who can go where you're going, because in this season you don't need people who can just handle where you are now. You need people who can go where you are about to go. The space shuttle program was very interesting. You'll get it this way. It was interesting. Remember when the space shuttle will take off? It had 2 rocket boosters on both sides of it, and the space shuttle will take off. You'll get this in a moment. The space shuttle will take off, and those rocket boosters will take it to a certain altitude, but then those rocket boosters will fall off. Now, there wasn't anything wrong with the rocket boosters. They were designed to fall off at a certain altitude because they were not built to go in the shuttle's orbit. There are some people in your life who will take you to a certain altitude, but they must fall off because they were not designed to go in your orbit. May I give you a word of advice tonight? Please stop stalking people who God removed out of your life. Involves the right people. You got to have the right people around you. People who can help you get the thing done. You need people that can make things happen, not people sitting around talking about it, but people who actually get things done. Listen very carefully, but then when you understand the power of having a plan, then you understand the power of perseverance, because it is not going to be easy. You see, you must understand that a part of your test, many of you are going through right now, personally, you're going through tests. And oftentimes when you go through tests, it's difficult to understand why. Because we would like to pass the test to other people. But see, promotion does not come by tenure. Promotion comes by passing tests. When you go through certain tests, it is preparing you for the readiness for the next level. And so the tests are necessary, because I tell people all the time, you cannot be a testaphony. You must really have a real testimony. What makes you an authentic leader is your story. What makes you who you are is your transparency. Is to tell people you've been there and done that. To tell people that you know what it's like to be up all night and to wonder and to cry and to be hurt and to be fallen and to be broken and to be in a place, but yet pull yourself back up and realize that there is something inside of you, a certain resilience inside of you that won't let you says, I am here for purposes greater than myself. So rather than sit back and complain and say, woe is me, I pull myself together, I wheel myself back up, because I am here for something much larger than myself. And so perhaps you come, and there is that moment we all go through. We have a situation, and everybody here has a situation. And we go through situations, and you don't really control the situation, because when you're a leader, you just wake up and the phone can ring and you got a situation. When you're a leader, you can just turn a corner, somebody pass you a note, and there's another situation. Some of you came here today because you had to leave some situations. Some of you got somebody texting you now who ain't nothing but a situation. Yes, sir. Situations come. Situations do not come without contemplations. Because when you have a situation, now here's when leadership steps up. Contemplation, what shall I do? How do I handle this situation? Will this situation push me to the edge? Will this situation be the end of me? Or will this situation define who I am? Will my values and my character come forth? Will this situation determine my legacy? My contemplations. And perhaps you're here today, some of you contemplated resignation, walking away from it all, showing up, being an encourager for everybody else, and getting in your car and driving home and crying all the way home. Because nobody knows the weight and the burden of leadership, because you oftentimes have to be everybody else's rock. You got to be strong for everybody else. And then you have to go and you have to say, Lord, well, what's up? Why is this happening to me? How is this going to play out in my life? Remember, there is a purpose in your life. And what God has started in you, he will perform until the day of Jesus Christ. It will never fail. It will never be aborted. It will always come to pass. It does not matter. And if the devil could have killed you, he would have done it by now. So let's be very clear. You are here with a purpose. You are here with greatness. You are here not to give up. You are here to make something happen. And so if you are struggling, the poet has said, when you are up against some trouble, be the squarely faced at least. Lift your chin and set your shoulders, plant your feet, and take a brace. If it's vain to try to dodge, you do the best you can do. You may fail, but you may conquer. See it through, and black may be the clouds about you, and your future may seem grim. But don't let your nerve desert you. Keep yourself in fighting trim. If the worst is bound to happen, despite all you can do, you running from it will not save you. See it through. And even hope may seem but futile when with trouble you're beset. But remember, you're facing just what others have met. You may fall, but fall still fighting. Don't give up. Whatever you do, eyes front, head high to the finish. See it through. I don't care how old you are. Don't you think it's old for you? Because the older you get, the better you get. Some of you, you're letting people write you off. Anybody ever tell you? Anybody ever tell you that Colonel Sanders was 64 when he started KFC? Anybody ever tell you that Leonardo da Vinci was 51 when he drew the Mona Lisa? Charles Darwin was 50 years old when he penned The Origin of Species. Nelson Mandela was 76 when he became president of South Africa. Abraham was 99. Sarah was 89. Should have been on their way to the gerontologist, but God sent them by the gynecologist. Because when God's hand is on your life, the older you get, you like fine wine, the better you gonna get. I close and thank you for the invitation tonight. Thank you for allowing me to be here. But I close to encourage you with this, because that's often when you're leaders, you're wondering how is it going to play out. There is origination and there is destination, and I'm in this place of frustration and hateration, and it's curious. I want to know how is this going to end. I grew up in Shreveport, Louisiana, and I loved Batman. I was a little kid, right? I had everything Batman. My favorite hero was Batman. I had a Batman hat, Batman bike, Batman book, Batman, everything. Everything was Batman. I knew every episode of Batman, and I would watch it intently, and one day Batman got in a fix. The Joker and the Penguin played a trick on him. They had Robin locked in the other room. They took Batman's utility belt and locked him in a safe. Time bomb was ticking. Then the TV played the unkind trick, to be continued. I went to school the next day, and Teacher was teaching, bless her heart, but I was just trying to figure out how Batman was gonna get out. My teacher was teaching, boy, and I was just waiting for the bell to ring, and I jumped the fence, didn't even catch the bus home that day. I ran home, sat in front of the television, and sure enough, the series came back on. Back then, they would say, meanwhile, and play it all over again. And I saw Batman standing on top of the building when the episode was over with his cape in the wind, standing there over Gotham City. And I was there with adolescent tears in my eyes because I was always a curious kid. My dad came to me and said, son, what's wrong? I said, Dad, I don't understand. What do you mean? He said, Dad, they had Batman in the fix. He said, Dad, I've seen Batman in a lot of stuff. I saw Batman with the Batmobile demobilized. I've seen Batman with a boulder on his ankle at the bottom of the Atlantic Ocean, but I've never seen this one, Daddy. He said, what? Tell me, son, what's up? I said, well, Dad, they had Batman. They had Robin locked in the other room, and they had Batman locked in the safe, and they had taken Batman's utility bill, and they had a time bomb ticket, and the Joker and the Penguin were taking over the city. That's what they're saying happening now. They say they're locked up and the time clock is ticking. And I said, Daddy, I want to know how Batman got out. I don't understand, Daddy. Tell me. And my daddy told me something I couldn't wait to come tell you. Distinguished leaders of Alpha Kappa Alpha Sorority Incorporated. My daddy told me, boy, you don't know how Batman got out? I say, no, Daddy, tell me. He said, Batman got out because it was written in the script.